Sticker with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always. I'm my brother Tim, and today, NFL Sunday, Week 12 is here. We also got a few games in the NHL, a few games in the NBA as well. So we got a pretty jam-packed show for today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Yesterday, finished down 0.2 units. So after all of yesterday's, which was only 22 plays, I finished down just a couple of bucks. College basketball went 0-1, down 0.53 units. Lost the only play, Central Arkansas. Not much other graded out well. So we only had one play in the NCAAF or NCAAM. Went 0-1 there. NHL went 1-3. It's just been a little bit of a cold streak here in the NHL. Boston loses 7-4. I did not have the Rangers putting up a touchdown against Boston yesterday. That was not part of my my game plan. Neither was the Montreal Canadiens getting shut out against Phoenix Copley, who's really struggled this year. And then Buffalo Sabres giving up a touchdown, so they lose the money line. But they cashed the over, so 1-3 there, down 2.15 units. The good sport, which usually this is the one that tanks my record, it was the one that brought up my record yesterday. It was the NCAAF college football. Got the job done yesterday at 9-7-1, up 2.48 units. I bet the Ohio State Buckeyes really early, 17 days before the game started, and it proved that I needed every last point there. I pushed the +6 when a lot of people I saw lost with the +4s, the +3.5s, the +3s. They lose outright, so I lost a small sprinkle on the money line there. Cash with Duke -5. They took care of business against Pitt there. Got the Aggies of Texas A&M +12.5. I was a winner, but lost the money line sprinkle. Nothing crazy there. Syracuse gets the job done, -130. They win. Now they're bowl eligible. My guess, Military Bowl or Fenway Bowl. Those are my two guesses for them. ECU -3 comes up short. They had the opportunity at the end, tried to run a trick play to Harris. They fumbled, and Tulsa went down to kick the game-winning field goal. So that was not fun there. Louisiana Raging Cajuns -12.5 took care of business there. Western Kentucky -10.5 takes care of business there. Colorado +20.5. They almost won outright. They lost 23-16 to Utah, or 23-17, 23 something like that. They only lost by a score. So they covered the 20.5. They lost the +950, small sprinkle there. Nothing crazy. Postal was definitely not the play. +7.5 and +255 were both losers. BYU +16.5. They had an 18-point lead, and they couldn't get the +580 home for me. That was frustrating there. They lose in overtime. It is what it is. We did end the night off well, though. Northwestern +6, Northwestern +190. The underdog wins outright there. Gets that home. So overall, a nice day in college football yesterday. Overall, 10-11-1, down 0.2 units. So it's still a slightly negative day, but college football is a good one there. So we'll move on to the NFL, which has been good this season, and let's see if we can continue the good times in the NFL.
Yesterday sucked. The only winner on the site was the over in the Buffalo game. 9 losers. Ohio State, Louisville, Rice, Boston Bruins, ECU, Central Arkansas, Montreal, Buffalo, and South Carolina. All losers. Not a fun day yesterday. Not going to go crazy deep into it. We've actually had some good stuff going on in a little bit of NFL this year, so hopefully we can get that going. And we'll be talking NFL today, and we'll try to make some money. But I will say before we jump into NFL, I put a tweet out for it, so whatever. Starts at 11 o'clock. FaZe Clan just all day. in Counter-Strike. So we got through that
Good
one.
luck on that one. But head over to the chat, and then we'll get into the slate.
What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. People show some appreciation. Subscribe and share. Timmy and NFL with some NCAB and some NBA on our favorite day of the week to bet. Yeah, it's on Sunday. I will say I bet nothing in the NBA. Let's effing go. Value. Let's do it. Tim, will you have a Hail Mary for us before the end of the show? Sure. Buccaneers. Against the Colts? I don't know. I kind of lean Colts, but I didn't bet it. Texans, yes. Yo. Something like that, right? Yesterday was a terrible betting day. We'll bounce back today. Let's get it. How many NFL football games to pick from? Because Turkey Day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still 11 games. Hockey in-game unders and betting correct scores has been a wagon. Check DMs. Yeah, I saw a couple of them. Sorry, I haven't responded. We were doing the show. But yes, I saw them. Good work, dude. Switch sides, Twins, wrong sides.
Nope, I switched it already.
Yeah, I'm joking. I went 2-3 yesterday in the NHL. Vegas lost outright to the Yotes. Canucks lost outright to the Sharks. Bruins lost outright. Flyers, you got that done. The Kings Buckline, nice work there. Let's jump into the NFL slate.
Yeah, we get a really fun matchup here to kick it on off. Who would have thought Week 12 this would be a matchup where the winner is sitting in first place of the AFC South? The Houston Texans are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars 1-point road favorites, total 48.5 in this game. Let's get up the line history in this spot here. This line opened up at a look-ahead line. It was a pick'em. Let's see. Then the opening line would have been last week on the 19th. It opened up at Houston -1, and it's now gone all the way to Jacksonville -1.5. So the lines moved towards Jacksonville. Look-ahead line was a 45. It reopened up at a 46. It's up to a 48. So a movement towards the over and a movement towards the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow for this spot here, where we have, where we have 66% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Texans, but 59% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the money line for the Jaguars. 82% of the tickets, 82% of the cash is on the over with the Texan, or with the on the over here, and it has moved up. This is honestly a very tricky game for me when you look at it. I have this game priced, I believe we're on a pick on. Let me find my NFL spreadsheet. There it is. I have this game priced at where is it? There we go. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars around that 1.5-point favorite. So I'm at the pick'em range. I probably see some value with Jacksonville. I mean, at this number, I'd probably if I'm looking to bet this game, it's probably just taking Jacksonville money line. This could be a little bit of a discounted price on Houston, as we see a decent amount of money has come in on Houston, but yet they've gone from from favorite to dog, which is kind of concerning for Houston backers out there. I would lean Jacksonville in this game. I would lean Jacksonville, but it's going to be just a pass for me, and I lean over in this game as well, but I think the line's moved a little much for me. This is not a game I have any particular interest in getting involved with, though.
I am on the Texans. I think at the end of this week, as crazy as it sounds, the Houston Texans will be a first-place team in the AFC South. They've looked good. One of our big concerns for them coming into the year was C.J. Stroud, and he has looked like he's the obviously rookie of the year. And this is just, I feel like it's a really good spot for them to keep going. This Jacksonville team, I feel like, is going to fall off eventually, just a little bit. They are coming off of a big in-division win last game against the Tennessee Titans. So you got that. You got Houston coming off of a win against Arizona with no cover. But I do like Houston in this matchup to kind of just get the job done at home and move themselves to the top of the division.
Yep. But yeah, not a spot that I was thrilled to jump on. I'll definitely pay attention to it, because this is a big game for the division. And here's the way to approach this game. If you like Jacksonville today, bet them to win the division. If you like Houston today, bet them to win the division as well.
Not a bad option.
Back to the chat.
Got your ass kicked in live table tennis, dude. Virtual camel racing. What are you doing live table tennis? You gotta go virtual camel racing. It's a lot more legit. I like the Jags -6.5. I do not. Tim, you're gonna have to go back to the baby face. You're looking more like Nick. Oh, don't say that, Marcos. That's mean. Don't say I look like Nick. The side for the game can go either way.
Yep.
Jags gonna win it and win the division. Who will be kidding? I mean, yeah, there's no way they don't, right? Houston and a teaser. I do like the over as well. I do like Houston. Over.
You can get a 1.5 with Houston as a teaser.
Both teams rolling right now. Yeah, both teams are playing good football right now. I will say that. And then we'll go to two teams that aren't playing good football right now.
Yeah, we have the Colts and we have the Buccaneers here. The Colts -2.5 point home favorites, total 45.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot where we have this line look ahead was -1 for Indianapolis. Opening line this week was -1.5. It's up to a 2.5, so it's still below the field goal. Juice, though, it's -123. You can get plus money the other way with Tampa plus the points. Look ahead line 41.5. Opening line 42.5. Up to a 45 now. So a big line movement towards this over. And the Colts have been one of the only teams that have been a really good over team this year. 69% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on this over as well. 47% of the tickets, 49% of the cash is on the Colts, and the line's moved up a point. That's kind of telling as well that maybe the Colts are a potential look in this game. My numbers for this game here have actually this game closer towards a pick 'em. I have the Colts are on a half-point favorite in this game, so I do see value here at Tampa Bay. The line moving the way it is kind of does worry me a little bit, though. This was another game that I didn't have too much particular interest getting involved with. Maybe an over could be an interesting look in this game because Indianapolis has been such a really good over team this year. But whether or not I'm going to get to it, probably not. So this is probably just going to be another stay off spot for me here in this game.
Remember when I was excited that Tampa Bay was 3-1? I'm like, oh, they might actually have a shot to win the division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're 4-6. Kind of an ugly middle of the season for them, and they've definitely fallen off. And then you got the Colts, who I don't really trust the Colts right now. They have won 2 straight. Granted, it was against New England and Carolina. Everybody should be able to beat those teams, and I'm going to stay away from this game. I have no real reason to want to go after this one, so this one's just a stay away spot for me. I'm not trying to force action on Sunday.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
Nick, since you first 5 baseball guy, do you think Denver and Cleveland can stay under 17 and a hook for the first half?
I don't know. I didn't really look at a total in that game too much. First half, yeah. I like the Browns in that game though.
Virtual camera racing. I'm already hooked. Let's get it. Let's bet some. Anyways, I like McCarron and the Bengals money line. I like the Bengals too. Tim, do you like Houston teased up to 6.5? I like Houston to win outright. So yeah, lean Colts, but pass maybe over, maybe the over. If you like Tampa, I'll take Tampa if they were a 3.5. That's fair.
You can get 3 at like a +1 or -120 something.
Take the under 34.5 alternate for Bears Vikings.
I do like the under in that game because it's a primetime game.
Yep. Wrestling over. Lean Colts. There you go. Bills money line in the under. I do not like the Bills today. No to the Bills today. Colts. Good luck. I may put the Colts in my Hail Mary. Let's do this one, Nick.
Yeah, actually a game I have action in. First one of the day. Then I have action in the next couple games, actually. New York Giants hosting the New England Patriots. Patriots 4-point favorites, 4.5 in some spots. total of 34 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, where look-ahead line was New England -5, opening line -5, down to a 4.5 now. It did hit 3 at one point and has come back a little bit. Look-ahead line 35.5, opening line 33. It's up to a 35. So move towards the Giants and a move towards the over. We have 74% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the under, but yet this line's moving towards the over. 64% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the Giants on the spread. 65% of the tickets, 66% of the cash on the Patriots on the money line, though, which kind of does make sense, even though it's chalky. Do you trust the New England Patriots to win by margin is the ultimate question in this game. My simple answer is no. They've won 2 games this year. Granted, one of the games they did win by 5 points, and that was to Zach Wilson and the New York Jets. Their other win was by 4 points. But I have this game priced at New England -0.5. If New England does win this game, it's by a field goal. I don't see that offense really being able to blow teams out. And that being said, 35, I think is a low number. And we cashed an over with the Giants last week. I think these numbers are starting to hit so low that we might be able to see some overs in Giants games now. Let me take a look here. What would the Giants team total be? Because it was 13.5 last week, and we cashed that relatively easily. And the full game over 35 is definitely appealing. Giants team totals of 14.5. I think they put up at least 17 in this game. Question is, do I just want to take the full game over 35, or do I want to just focus on the Giants? Because I do think the Giants can put up a few points in this game. But I think I'm just going to go with the full game over in this spot. Because, yeah, these teams have been going under. But some of these games that are going under for New England, 20-17 would go over the total. 21-17 would go over the total. 34-0 would have barely missed. 38-3. Like, this is a team that's going under, but the totals have been much higher. And the Giants have gone over this number in 3 straight weeks, as it was a 30-6 game against Las Vegas, 49-17 against Dallas, 31-19 against Washington. So this team has been going over a little bit as of late. I think they're kind of throwing caution into the wind here. And I'm not somebody to look to bet overs, but I'm going to take the over 35 in this game. Patriots, Giants over 35.
Nope. I'm on the under.
I feel like the under is a trap.
I don't think it is. Because I think they put the total low enough so that it's not a trap. Because this feels like an Iowa game, Nick. Because the New England Patriots and the New York Giants are 31st and 32nd in offense this year, Nick. They're both garbage in offense. So no, I don't want to take an over. I got the under. I've been on the under all week. I think I got it at like a 35 a couple days ago. And well, that's what it was when I did the free pick video with Lenny. It was down towards the 30. It was up towards the 35. And I could see them. I could see that being in one of those types of games here. So I'm going to be on the under.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just anticipating the Giants put up 17 points in this game. Like, the Giants' offense has been
overzealous.
I don't think so. I really don't. Their offense has been okay the last couple weeks. Granted, it was a little bit in garbage time against the Cowboys, but they put up 31 points against the Commanders. So, I mean, and this Patriots team is
Commanders.
This Patriots team is Commanders level.
Not Commanders level offense. Not Commanders
it's
level
okay.
defense.
I'll be the one on the island on the over in this game because I've seen nothing but under action and all the money coming in on the under, but yet the line's cleared up a couple points. I don't think the sports books are worried about your under money.
That's fine.
Back to the chat.
Kansas City and Las Vegas under in the first half. I can see it. Broncos money line. No. Under 34. Pass on the side. Okay. Over for sure in Rams and Cardinals. I could see that. Titans. I can see the.
I do have the Titans. We'll talk about the next game.
Do you like the QB for the Giants?
We like the Tommy DeVito.
No, I don't.
No, we don't. Caleb Williams is going to be fine with the Giants next year.
I think the Giants can win outright, not worth betting.
Yeah, I absolutely think they can win outright in this game. Do we really trust the Patriots as road chalk?
Or to score points?
I mean, yeah, I think they can put up points. We don't know who their quarterback's going to be actually still, but which is fun.
Leaning over, no. Giants money line, Patriots kryptonite.
Yeah.
Good at kryptonite for Joe. Anyways, 50-50. I see the Giants putting up a 20 at least. Yeah,
absolutely.
Then it could be 24-10 or 24-7. Like, I don't see the Giants scoring 20. I don't. This one's an ugly game, Nick.
I've already bet it too. Tennessee Titans are hosting the Carolina Panthers. Titans 3.5-point favorites, total 36.5 in this game. Let's get into it here. We have this matchup here opened up. Look ahead line was the Titans minus 3.5. Opening line was Titans minus 4, but juiced. Now it's Titans minus 3.5. Then we have look ahead line 40.5. Opening line 37.5 down to a 36.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 74% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the under. That all checks out. I have no cash flow on the side, the spread for whatever reason. 87% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the Titans. I have a feeling I'm on a very public side in this game. But my numbers screamed Titans in this matchup here. My numbers have the Titans as a 6.5, 7-point favorite in this game. And I'm getting them for 3 and a hook here. I played the Titans here minus 3.5 and minus 105. And am I falling for a trap? Maybe. But this Titans team is coming in off of an embarrassing loss last week. They lost 34-13 against the Jaguars. And if there's ever a get right spot for the Titans, it's this week, because they've lost 3 games on the road, and now they're coming back home after 3 road losses to Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, and Jacksonville. And now they get to play the worst team in football, Carolina Panthers. 1-9, 1-7-2 ATS. Carolina coming in off of a 33-10 loss against Dallas. They got blown out in that game. Unfortunately, we pushed the over in that game because they missed a PAT, the Cowboys. Previous to that, they lost in Chicago and against the Colts 27-13. But for me in this spot, I'm going to take the Titans minus 3.5 in this game. There's just too much value, I think, looking at those numbers for it. And I kind of lean. I could see this game. What's the total in this game again? 36.5. I have a feeling this game could creep over as well. I think these low totals are going to lead to some overs later in the season here. Because we've seen the unders hit at such a great clip, and I love hitting unders. Like I love betting unders. This is a game where I thought this game would be more like a 38.5, 39 range. So maybe a Titans team total, because this Carolina defense has not been very good. Let's take a look at what that would be. I'm kind of curious what that Titans team total would be. I think they put up points. My question is whether or not the Panthers do. And I do not want to see the Giants numbers here again. Let's see. Titans team total 20.5 at minus 105. You know what? Sign me up for that as well. Titans team total over 20.5 minus 105, as well as the Titans minus 3.5.
I stayed away from this game. I put the Titans in my Hail Mary, just because the Panthers are bad. But I didn't feel like I needed to get to it. That 3.5 numbers is a favorite number for sure. So that's kind of what I was looking at is that could be a good spot for it. But I'm not going to end up touching this game. Didn't feel the need to, so I'm going to pass on this one, Nick. Not going to go deep into details and all that stuff. Carolina, bad.
Carolina, bad.
Carolina, bad. It'd be a lean towards the Titans, but no play.
Fair enough.
I lean Tennessee. Maybe the under. Like the Titans and Derrick Henry touchdown. I could see a Derrick Henry touchdown. Let's go to this game. This one should be fun.
I have moved on this game as well. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals, -2 for the Steelers, total 36.5 in this game. And obviously a lot of stuff is happening with this game. And actually this line's, gone up to a 2.5 now. Look ahead line, Bengals -5.5. Opening line, Bengals -2.5. It's gone all the way from that to Steelers -2.5. Look ahead line for the total, 41.5. Opening line 35 up to a 36.5. So a move towards the over since the opening line, and a big move towards the Steelers since the opening line, which I think is just overreaction to the Burrow news. 85% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Steelers. 69% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the under, but yet this line's gone from the 35 up to the 36.5. So we do have a move towards the over, but yet the money's coming in on the under. This is another one of those games where maybe it's just I like when I like betting unders. I like the ugly unders, and when I like betting overs, it's the ugly overs, like Tennessee, Carolina, like New York, New England, maybe like Pittsburgh and Cincinnati here, because we saw Browning do pretty well against a pretty good Ravens defense. Now, my numbers are skewed because probably my numbers have Burrow involved, but with Burrow, I had this line at 4. So maybe without Burrow, it's more like a pick'em range. It depends on how much you value Joe Burrow to be. So I would have this game more like a pick'em. I grabbed the Bengals at +115, I believe. It's an ugly play. Yeah, Jake Browning's tough to trust. And at 36.5, once again, I think this is an over. I think Browning can move this offense against this Steelers defense. This Steelers defense and the Steelers team overall is overrated. When you look at this team, they've been outgained in every game this year. Actually, I think they may have outgained the Browns last week and they outgained their opponents for the first time last week, and they lost that game. This is not a good Steelers team. They're just not. They're probably the worst team that's above 500 right now. And I think this is a spot where even with the backup quarterback, the Bengals put up points. Granted, their team total is 16.5 -130, so they make that a little bit difficult to trust or difficult to back. But I want to back it here. The Bengals put up 17 points in this game. Jake Browning's able to move the ball for 17 points in this game. Not to mention probably Kenny Pickett helps that along with maybe an interception. So I'm already on the Bengals money line. I'm going to add the Bengals team total over in this spot as well at 16.5 -130. I'm very interested in the Bengals here in this spot.
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals. And it's the fade in the injury report. Joe Burrow, first game out, first full game out. And I think the Cincinnati Bengals will be prepared for it. Not to mention, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are trash. I don't think they're a good team. I think they got lucky, or I think they keep getting lucky. I don't think they do today. This is a big game. The loser of this game is kind of, well, not quite for Pittsburgh, but the loser of this game is kind of falling out for the division. So this is like the last straw for these two teams, if you think they have a shot to win the division. Because Baltimore and Cleveland have been playing some really good football as of late, and every win matters for this division, which can still get a bunch of playoff spots. So when you look at it, yeah, they may be a little bit, it may be looking good for the entire division being 500 or better, but they can also get into the wild cards and stuff. Although Houston's kind of ruining that, but this is a big matchup. I'm on the Bengals.
Yeah, and don't look now, but I mean, even with DTR at quarterback, with a win and a Ravens loss today, the the Cleveland Browns are in first place at the division.
Not only that, oh no, sorry, it would need a Kansas City loss too. With a Kansas City loss, it would be number 1 in the AFC. But we'll talk about them in a little bit. Yep, this game blows. No, it doesn't. Cincinnati game's great. ESB, my guys. What's up, Nathan? Only cashed a 2-teamer. Hey, at least you cashed up a Chargers. No. Under 36.
No.
No. Well,
I think this line should be more like 38.5.
Yeah, that's fair. Steelers -2 in the over. Nope. McCarron is better than Pickett. Bengals team is just better overall.
It's Browning.
It's Browning. It's Browning for the Bengals. How about this game, Nick?
Yeah, this is not a game I've gotten involved with yet. We have the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons -1.5 with the Saints total 42.5 in this game. Maybe this could be one of those. Maybe this is one of the unders for the day. We'll definitely see when it comes to that here. Let's get into it. We have let's see the line history in this spot. It opened up at look ahead line pick'em. Opening line Saints -1. It's up to a Saints -2. Look ahead line 40.5. Opening line 41 up to a 41.5. Lines moved up on this total. It did get up to a 42.5 at one point. It has had a little bit of buyback there at the 42.5. Cash flow, 51% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the over, which explains the slight move towards the over. What doesn't explain a line move is 60% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the Falcons, or 83% of the cash is on the Falcons. Yet the line's gone from a 1 to a 2 in this game. 31% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the Falcons money line, and once again the lines move towards the Saints. Let's take a look at my projected line for this game in this spot, where I have this game projected at Saints -1. So I think that line was correct. The way the market's moving on this game tells me that probably the Saints take care of business here on the road. Do I want to get involved with this game? No. I'm being a little bit more picky and choosy when it comes to the NFL. Yeah, I've bet 3 games already that's out of the first 6 games that we've talked about, and I invest heavily on those specific games. This is not a game I'm particularly interested in getting involved with. So, pretty plain and simple. This was probably the easiest pass on the board for me at the moment.
I agree. I didn't touch this one. This division itself is just a cluster. It's just trash, and more trash. And I can't wait for one of them to host a playoff game and somehow beat Dallas. Like that's realistically something that could happen. Where you can get New Orleans or Atlanta or even Tampa Bay with a win and a Falcons win here is tied for the division. So
that's insane.
That just shows you that with a Falcons win, the first place team in the division is under 500.
Yep.
That shouldn't be allowed. Should not be allowed. But anyways, I am on the I'm passing on this game. I kind of want the Falcons to win so that we can get some chaos in the division because
one thing that kind of makes it crazy there at the NFC South that I think that the NFL needs to improvise whatever. Is that in order to make a playoff spot, they need to have the same qualifications as a bowl game. You have to finish at least equal 500.
Yep.
If not, they can give your spot to a wild card team.
There you go. Sharks won yesterday. Yeah, I know. I didn't have the Sharks.
I stayed off that game.
I had the Canucks.
I'm glad I stayed off the ads I was looking to have, unless that would have been even a worse night in the NHL because I was looking Avs team total over, full game over, and the Canucks puck line.
What's up, Foxy? Leaning Falcons. That's fair. I'm kind of leaning that way too, but I'm not going to end up touching it. Let's keep on rolling.
Yeah, let's keep it going here. The LA Rams are at the Arizona Cardinals. Rams 2.5-point road favorites, total of 45 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. There we go. Just got to go around to all my tabs and find the right one. Where this line look ahead was Rams -2, opening line Rams -2.5, and it's still a 2.5. So not much line movement here in this spot. Look ahead line 46, opening line 46, now 45. So the line's gone down a point since the opening line here in this spot, where we have 44% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the under. The line has moved towards set under. 60% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the Rams. The line's moved towards the line's not moved. 73% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Rams money line in this spot here. And I mean, my number for this game is Rams minus 3.5. So I see some value here with the Rams. Once again, not a game I'm looking to get involved with on the side. There's not enough value for me to get involved on the side. And I'm kind of interested in this under. I know a lot of people really like the over in this game. This game kind of spells out an under for me because I could see these two teams. My projection had this game closer towards a 41. So I kind of want to take a deeper look into these two teams here because the Rams have been a really good under team this year. They've gone under 2 straight and 5 of their last 6 games. The only one that went over was when the Cowboys put up 43 points by themselves. The Cowboys are going over against a lot of teams at the moment. And for the Cardinals, they've gone under in 2 of their last 3 games as well, 3 of their last 5. So, yeah, they look like a big over team, but that was because they started off the year with a bunch of overs. So I'm kind of interested in this under. I'm kind of interested in the under 45 in this game. All the money coming in on the over, but yet this line's dropped a point since the opening line. And along with my projected number, I'm going to make a move on this one here. I like the under in this game. LA, Arizona under for me.
I like Arizona. I kind of lean that way. I know that you normally shouldn't be backing them at home. I think that's what it was. They don't win games at home, but this is in Arizona. I don't think they should be. Sorry, they've won both their only games at home. I don't think this should be a team that's favored or this small of a dog, I should say. It's because Kyler Murray's back, and do we have Matthew Stafford's back, right?
I know he's been
banged up and everything. So I do like I do lean towards the Cardinals in this game. No real thoughts on the total. I could easily see this one going way over, but that's just me. I lean towards the Cardinals, but I'm going to end up passing.
Yeah, I got under 45.5 minus 115 for this game. Under 45.5 for me.
Got it. Cardinals and the over. Sure. Yale versus Rhode Island, 6-point spread, and Harvard versus Indiana, 6-point spread. Thoughts, Twins? I just need the answers on them too. Let me pull up the spreadsheet. What are you looking for? Yale. Yale. We have Yale as a 6.4-point favorite. So at a 6, I guess it's a slight lean towards Yale. And then the other one you have is Harvard. And we
lean Harvard, right?
We lean Harvard, but did not bet it. So there you go. Puka Nua over 4.5 receptions. Sure.
Yeah.
Rams over 45. I like.
Nope.
I kind of like that too, but I'm not betting it. Pass on the Saints game. Cincy and lean under. Okay. If the Rams played normal this season, this line would be 9.5. That is correct.
Yeah, I think they've been an underrated team this year, but the market's finally caught up to them.
I lean Arizona too. Yep. Hello, I'm on the Eagles first half. I like the Eagles sign, yes.
We'll see.
Nick wearing a Broncos hockey jersey?
No. Halifax. Highlanders. If you guys know what movie that's from, let me know. It's from a movie. It's Doug Glatt.
At least the over hit with the Sabres. Whatever. We're not going to talk about that game. Four games left for today's card, for today's show.
You deleted all of them? What the hell?
We're just doing football. Come on, Nick.
They're lazy. Denver Broncos 1-point favorite, total 37.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot where we have, let's find this game, Cleveland and Denver. This is one of my favorite games of the day because this is a contest play for me. I have 2 contest plays going today. They're both at 425. This line, look ahead line, was -3 for Cleveland. But I believe that was before the Watson news. The line opened up at Denver -1. It is still Denver -1. Look ahead line 41.5, opening line 36.5. Big drop because obviously Watson was the difference between those. It's gone from 36.5 up to a 37.5. So a big move or a 1 point line movement towards the over here in this spot, even though 88% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the under. I might be on another ugly over here. 64% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the Browns on the spread, but 54% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the Broncos money line. So it's kind of split down the middle there, which is why the line really hasn't moved too much. I have the wrong team favored in this matchup. The Browns have been a team that I've been backing an awful lot this year, and I'm going to go right back to it here today. I'm on the Browns at even money. The wrong team is favored in this matchup, and I get it. The Broncos have figured it out a little bit as of late. They're coming into this game on a 4-game win streak. Four-game win streak, and they've covered in 3 of them. They didn't cover last week as 2.5-point favorites in that 1-point win against Minnesota, but they won and covered in outright wins against Buffalo and Kansas City as 7.5 and 7-point dogs. So they know how to win as big outright underdogs, but it's only a pick 'em in this game here in this spot. And the Browns have been just a cash cow for me this year. I think I found the few right spots to stay off of them this year because I didn't bet them against Pittsburgh week 2. I did not bet them against Baltimore week on that game. They lost 28-3, and I did not lay the number against Indianapolis. I did take them. I did take that game over. So I feel like I've read this Browns team pretty well. This does have a feel of a sneaky over as well. With all the money coming in on the under, but yet this line moving up is kind of telling as well. My numbers have this game around a 41.5. So I think I'm going to be on another ugly over here in this spot at 37.5. And I might even grab some Browns team total over because my main worry for this full game over is whether or not Denver would score enough. Granted, 16.5 team total here for the Cleveland Browns. We're asking them to put up 17 points, which I don't think is asking too much. It may be, but I'm going to, and it's a little bit of a lay. It's 140 for this team total over 16.5. So it's a little pricey, but I'm going to lay it here. Browns team total over 16.5 and the full game over 37.5. My numbers have this line more like a 41.5. And I see this game as these lines are getting too low on some of these. And I feel like I'm taking way too many overs. But the fact is that these lines have dropped, I think, too far at this point, where these games we're seeing in the mid to high 30s are going to hit into the 40 range. So I'm on the Cleveland Browns big here. Cleveland money line, Cleveland team total over, full game over.
Yeah, I'm on Cleveland. And although I do think Baltimore wins the division still, I do like Cleveland to keep it competitive, make it to the playoffs, even without Watson, just because I feel like this team's got a solid enough defense to do it. And they're winning games using defense, which is what most teams should be doing. I'm not trusting in the Broncos. Good job. You've won, 4 games in a row. Green Bay, whatever. Kansas City was a good win. Buffalo is a great win. Minnesota. Okay.
That was a good win too. They came in playing well.
That was a good win. Broncos are coming and playing well, but I'm gonna be on the Browns today. Browns have been playing really good as well. Winning 3 in a row and 5 out of 6. So and the only one they lost, they probably should have won that game. So
yeah. And I don't think my Browns futures are dead.
No.
At all. They still look like a really good football team. And maybe DTR is going to be good enough because we've seen quarterbacks like Joe Flacco and Nick Foles win Super Bowls. Who says that DTR can't be led by this defense? We saw this a few years ago. Not a few years ago. Super Bowl 50. Who did the Broncos have at quarterback? A corpse of Peyton Manning, and they still won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, we've seen teams with the best defense in the league win the Super Bowl off of their defense alone.
Fat guys win Super Bowls.
Yeah. Fat guys win Super Bowls. Defense wins championships. That's why the Browns are still very live here, not only to make the playoffs, maybe win the division and go further into it. So
there you go. You're good, Marcus. Goon. There you
Yes. There you go. Good job.
He's close to Halifax. No NBA today? No, we're not talking NBA today.
He's being lazy, yeah.
It's NFL Sunday. I wonder when the Broncos' luck will run out today. I like the Browns as well. It'll be a sweat. It will be. It probably will be a sweat for you. I'm going to go under in the Steelers first half. I could see that. I do like the under as well. Yeah, I have a low-scoring game. I got 39. Once again, it's a Browns game, so yeah, I would expect it under. 21-17. I don't expect the Broncos to score that much.
That gets me my over. I'm fine with that. That gets me my over.
I see 19-14 or something of that nature. I don't like an over in this Browns game, but good luck to you, Nick. And then I need Penn State this morning. Good luck. 3 games left, Nick, and I really like this game, actually.
This is an interesting one here because this line's dropped too, which I wanted to hook with this game with the Bills. But let's get into it here. We have the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. Look ahead line -4, opening line -3, and it got up to a 3.5 at some points. It's back down to a 3. Look ahead line 47.5, opening line 48, and now it's a 49. So it's a move towards the over here in this spot as well. Let's take a look at the line history in this, or the cash flow in this game. 60% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on Buffalo. This line had some buyback. 71% of the tickets there are on the Eagles money line with 40% of the cash. 67% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the over in this game. Looking at my numbers for this one here, I have the Eagles as a 3.3-point favorite. So at 3.5, it would have been a lean towards Buffalo. At 3, it's a lean. It's a stay off, but it's a slight lean towards the Eagles. Like that. That's how razor thin my margins are in this game. Is I would be more interested in the Bills with the hook because just the value on the line, obviously. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I would rather have. No. For me, I look for line value. I get it, but maybe this is a spot here where the only thing I can really look at in this game is the total. I had this game projected for a 46, so I don't like that the line is moving the opposite way. The line's moving towards the over. The bigger bets are coming out on the over. So the market's kind of telling me over. My numbers tell me under. It's going to be a great game to watch. I have really no betting interest in this game. I only have one more game that I have. I bet the last 2 games, but I only have one more side, and that's in the next game here.
I got the Eagles in this one. I got a -3. This Eagles team just finds ways to win games. And at the end of the day, that's all they need. Well, they need to win by 3, but they find ways to win games. And if they're going to win, they're winning by at least 3 in every single game. So they don't have any low, close games like that. And their one loss, once again, was to the New York Jets. Sorry, I figure I need to keep putting that one out there.
At the end of the season, the Jets will be able to hang a banner saying, "We beat the Eagles."
Yep. That's gonna be the banner that goes up. That's fine. But I'm on the Eagles -3. This team just keeps finding ways to win games, and Buffalo's looked awful lately. I know a lot of people look at it, go, "Oh, -3, short line." No, Buffalo is. Everybody's still high on Buffalo, even though they're 6-5. After this week, they'll be 6-6 and not even in a playoff spot. So, give me the Eagles.
One thing that could be concerning about this game, though, for the Eagles is what did they just come off of?
A win against Kansas City.
Their biggest game of the year. You got revenge against the team that beat you in the Super Bowl last year on Monday Night Football. If there's ever a letdown spot, it's this game right here. And maybe it's Buffalo first half.
I would say yes if it wasn't Buffalo. If it was,
if you're the Eagles, no. If you're the Eagles, who do you care more about? Do you care more about the Chiefs who beat you in the Super Bowl last year or the Bills?
Hey, if it wasn't the Bills coming up, if it was them going up against like the Bears this week or the Rams or something.
You think this would be a letdown spot if they're playing like the Giants?
Yes, 100%.
Like you'd be on the Giants like plus 16.5 if that was the case.
Yes.
It's an actual good team.
It's an actual contender, or what some people consider a contender.
The Bills are overrated, but that's beyond the point.
Yeah, obviously. But if it was the Giants or the Commanders or like one of those teams, like a garbage team, like a team that's not like a playoff team or whatever, no, I don't think this. And then it could be a letdown spot against the Bills. I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Over Ravens first half. No. Everyone thinking the Bills are back, not buying it. Me neither. His interception prop is minus 172 for Allen.
Because the Eagles like to force turnovers. They're good at that.
They did. They beat the Eagles. Yes. Philly and lean over, but could go under. I would lean probably towards the over in this game. This one's gross.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite games of the day, though. This is one of my favorite. This is a contest pick for me, Tim. So let's get into it here.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any contest picks today.
Yeah, you don't. But we have the Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Look ahead line 9.5. Opening line 9. It got up to a 10 at one point. It's back to a 9. That makes me curious on how the hell this is an 8.5 in the contest when I don't see an 8.5 across the board anywhere here. But yeah, it's an 8.5 in the contest for whatever reason. Look at line 45, opening line 44.5, down to a 42.5. So move towards the under here in this spot as well. Question is, has it moved too far? I'm going to say no, because the Chiefs are a really good under team so far this year. 54% of the tickets, 97% of the cash on the under. That's enough to keep me off the under. 38% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the Las Vegas Raiders in this game. So the big sharp money coming in on Las Vegas. And I 100% agree with that sharp money in this game. Pretty plain and simple here. I am on the Raiders in this spot here. This is a contest play for me, which is why I'm complaining that this was an 8.5 on the contest when I got 10 last night on this line. And anything above a touchdown, I would take because I have the Chiefs as a 6.5 point favorite in this game. The Raiders have been underrated since they have fired their head coach. They won and covered against the Giants. They won and covered against the Jets. And they covered and almost won outright against the Miami Dolphins as 14-point underdogs last week. This was a team last week that I was getting a lot of flack for liking with this Raiders team getting all the points because all I heard all week long was the Miami Dolphins were going to blow this team out. And they didn't. Antonio Pierce has been a good little spark for this Raiders team. And am I saying they're going to win this game outright? You know what? They are. They're going to come into this game, and they're going to beat the Chiefs outright. The Chiefs are coming in off of that loss, granted, again, on Monday Night Football, so it's a short week. And I believe I saw a stat that in the last 20 games against the Raiders have won 3 of them, and all of them have been with the Chiefs on a short week. And we have the Chiefs on a short week here in this spot here. This Raiders team, I think, is bet on, not bet against at the moment. And I'm on the Raiders. I got him at 10. I'd take him at 9 and put the money line as well. Give me the money line for this game as well. Raiders win outright.
I'm staying away from this game. You have fun with your Raiders. Although I will say the Raiders are playing better as of late since they fired their coach and everything. I'm not going to go after this game. It would be a lean towards the Raiders just because I feel like this could be a good spot to get some plus money or some plus points. But I'm not fading the Chiefs after a loss. Like I'm just not doing that. So this one's a stay away spot for me. I'll be on the last game though.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm interested towards the plus 9.5. Yeah. Any college basketball today? Game suggestions. College basketball.
Siena.
Yeah, let's go Siena.
I like Siena plus the points.
Mahomes and over. I'm not betting aside. One gentleman, ECU football trying to be cute with 2 minutes to go. Cost me a 10-teamer. East awful. Carolina cost me more yesterday. That sucked. Like, and there was some really questionable calls late in that game. That should have been an interception. Instead, it turned into 3 points for Tulsa. So that was garbage, but whatever. Swifties could bounce back. Do you like Drexel? Slight lean towards Drexel, 1.5 point lean towards Drexel, but didn't bet it. Give me the Virginia Tech Hokies. Yes, Virginia Tech today. College basketball. Thanks, guys. No problem, Denny. Winnipeg Jets.
Yes, I'm on Winnipeg today.
Louisville and Kansas State were also disappointing, and Blazers spread. I'm not even betting the NBA today.
I have all my numbers set up for the NBA. I was anticipating breaking it down and talking today, but
you Travis touchdown.
But it turns out I wasted my time capping the NBA today.
I told you we were just doing football, and you disagreed.
No, yeah, I mean, because whatever.
Because we got stuff to do afterwards, so stop.
What? We don't have anything to do afterwards.
Like breaking down this Ravens game, Nick.
Yeah, Baltimore Ravens -3 at the Chargers. Totals up to a 48.5 now. Damn it. I don't like that. Yeah, I look at headline here for this game. If it'll click. Look at line -4 in this game. Opening line -4 down to a 3. Look ahead line 44.5. Opening line 46.5. It's up to a 48.5. We know the public loves betting overs. That's why primetime unders hit at such a nice rate. And we have 67% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is on the over yet again on a primetime game. People don't learn. 60% of the tickets and 63% of the cash is on the Ravens, yet they're making it more appealing to bet the Ravens, which is kind of concerning if you like the Ravens in this spot. My number for this game was -3.41. So I have a slight lean towards Baltimore at the 3 number. Do I want Baltimore? Absolutely not in this game. No. And I have this game projected around 46.5. So I think the opening line was correct in this game, and it's moved up. I got 48, and I got 23.5 first half. So I'm on the primetime unders in this spot. So I'm going to rock with that. First half under, what did I get with it? Let's figure that out. First half under 23.5 -105. Full game under 48 at -110. That's it for me.
Yeah, primetime unders, and I'm also on the Ravens. I think this Ravens team continues to roll, and this is a Chargers team that you should not be trusting. They are 4-6. They haven't looked good since beating the Jets on Monday Night Football. Haha, that's what you get. But this is a Chargers team that I don't know why people would want to be interested in. The line's dropped a little bit towards them, but I want nothing to do with.
Does that concern you, even though the money's coming in on the Ravens?
No, because the public's been doing well this year, and I do like the under. I could easily see this one being, 24-20 Baltimore, maybe even 24-17 Baltimore, something in that nature. I like the Ravens to get the job done today. Took a -3, and I took the under.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, this would be Chargers or nothing. Maybe if you like the Chargers, you take them first half. But once again, the Ravens have been a really good first quarter first half team. So it's difficult.
Yep.
I want nothing to do with the side.
You're on the Ravens. Yes. Give me the Carolina Hurricanes. Yes, I'm on the Canes today. We're going to the game. So, yeah, Canes.
I'm on the over. I lean Columbus.
I'm on New Mexico basketball. Let's go Lobos. Even the money line. Get it. Good luck, dude. Saints in the under. Of course, kicking props for both. Good luck. Rapid fire NBA, Nick, since you did all of your homework. No, it's fine.
I can tell you what my projected lines were. I'm not going to bet anything. I wanted to see, for me, in order to bet the NBA, I want to fully talk out the games and things along those lines. So I have Portland as an 11-point dog, or I have Milwaukee -11, Minnesota -5.5, Boston -7.5, Orlando -9.5, New York -3.5, Brooklyn -5.5, Cleveland -3, Denver -12.5. Those are my projected lines. Do with that as you please. I like to look at the markets as well. I like to talk out the games. I like getting Tim's feedback as well for the NBA. So I'm not going to bet any NBA because I want to talk out the games, but those would be my projected lines for today's games.
Okay. Ravens. Thumbs up. Under and Tucker kicking props, sure. Chargers suck in the second half. Yep.
Which is maybe you look at the first half.
Blues in the over.
I do like the Blues. I played the Blues -1 at +106.
There you go. Raiders. Red Wings in the under. Red Wings.
Yes, Red Wings. Yep. And here until further notice, until Gustafsson or Fleury figures it out, keep fading the Wild. This team is terrible, and I'm waiting for them to give Walston a shot in the NHL.
They're the Wild are pathetic.
Like no, but like I see people commenting on Marc-Andre Fleury trying to chase the wins record because I think he can move into like second or whatever for all-time wins. Watching Marc-Andre Fleury trying to chase these wins feels like watching Adam Wainwright trying to chase win number 300. Yeah. He's not good anymore. Stop putting him out there. He is washed. He is old. His numbers have rapidly declined. So until proven otherwise, Gustafsson's been terrible too. He's had a nice little regression season. You fade the Wild. Pretty plain and simple. You fade the Wild.
There you go. Gonna go under and Baltimore parlay boost with MGM. Get it. Thanks, Nick. Of course. Hail Mary time. Sure. I threw $5 at it. Let's go pull it up. It's right here. Texans under in the Giants game. Colts, Titans, Bengals, Eagles, Ravens, Browns. Bengals were plus 2.5. All the rest of them were all money lines. $5 to win 514. There you go.
All right, I want to see what my Hail Mary would be with just money lines of teams I like.
There you go. But that's going to be it for this edition. Oh, well, no, actually, quickly recap. Sorry. Recap for today. I like the Texans. I like the under in the Giants game. I like the Bengals, the Browns, the Eagles, and the Ravens, and the under in the Ravens game. Nick?
Yeah. By the way, if you like the under Giants at 34.5, you'll love it at 36. But yeah, I have Giants plus the points, money line, and the over 35. Titans minus 3.5, team total over 20.5. Bengals plus 115, and team total over 16.5. Arizona, LA under 45.5. Browns even money, team total over 16.5, full game over 37.5. Raiders plus 10 and plus 385. Baltimore first half under 23.5, full game under 48 for tonight's game.
Real quick, top 5 most popular plays in the circuit contest were the Texans, Steelers, Rams, Bills, and Ravens. The most popular one by a lot is the Bills plus 3.5.
Really?
Yeah. 1,600 or 1,630. The next most popular was 1,364 with the Steelers.
I'm kind of curious what's the most popular pick in the Pub Sports Radio contest.
No clue.
I'll look at that once we get offline.
Texas money line. Yes. Give me the under. Give me Pacific, sorry. Minus 21.5. I believe we leaned that way, but didn't go after it. So good luck. Thanks, Tim. Good show. Appreciate it. Liberty minus 10.5 for college football. I'm guessing that's next week. I haven't even looked at college football yet. We'll let you know. Hey, that's not it. Recapping Peter Griffin. Yeah. No Peter Griffin time. That's fine. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Peace out, guys.